everyone. Welcome in. Welcome back. Happy Tuesday. Are we ready for another fun week? Are we ready for an exciting week? There is no weekend stream this week. I'm telling you that here and now. Easter is this weekend. I am not going back home to visit my family, but in the interest of not trying to intrude on anyone else's holiday, as well as I don't think my parents would like it too much if I was going live on the weekend, I have decided not to stream this weekend. If you've seen my schedules, whether it be on Discord or on Twitter, you will be aware of that. But yeah, welcome in. Kevtaku, how are you doing today? I'm doing well. I am quite well rested. I slept most of the day after staying up almost all night. Again. Regardless, we're just having fun. Life update. I have another one of those virtual AI interviews. I mentioned I did one of those before. It's the same company as before. I was about to pull up that email. I'd rather not have my personal email open while I am streaming. But it's essentially like a regular job interview, but rather than having an actual person that is interviewing you, it's like static questions that it always asks, and then there's some like AI kind of fed responses where it'll ask you questions and then you answer them by just talking to a camera and recording. Also, I need to move my trash. I was trying something new to keep cats off my PC, and it was working. I just took a bunch of empty cans and piled them on top of my PC. Sorry, I got distracted. But yeah. I'm not a fan of it because like there's no person you can actually talk to and kind of gauge how interested they are in what you're saying, and it's a lot harder for me to like know for sure if they're actually paying attention, and I feel like it's just kind of a cop out on the company's part for not being willing or not going out of the way to give the applicants applying for a job their best chance at actually getting a job. It's just kind of a, here, just record these video responses and submit them. Talk to this like chat bot, and then we'll review everything later. And I'm like, well, how do I know you're actually paying attention? How do I know what I'm saying is actually catching your attention and you want to pay attention to it? Like, I don't know. It seems a bit weird to me that a company would do this, but what can I do at the end of the day? I got that email saying I need to do it within the next 48 hours. I got that about 3 hours ago. I'll do it tomorrow. I showered before stream. The hair's still a little wet, but it's mostly dry. So I'll do that tomorrow. I got a camera. I got a microphone. We'll be fine. Other than that, I did a phone interview last week. I want to say I mentioned I was doing that. If not, I did talk to someone from HR on the recruiting and hiring side last week about a job in Texas. I haven't heard back from them yet in terms of doing more interviews, proper interviews with like the actual engineering team and everyone. But at least I'm finally getting interviews. It only took, what, 4 or 5 months? We're finally moving in the correct direction. Hopefully, this can lead somewhere, because I am now a month and 2 days from when I move out of this apartment and head back to my parents' house if I don't have another apartment and another job lined up. So that's exciting. But yeah, Kev, you're doing okay. Working as usual, but brainstorming about starting my own company again. I do that all the time. I know I've mentioned it to some people. I don't think I've ever really talked about it on stream, but like even as far back as like being, 16, 17 in high school, I wanted to start my own clothing company and do that. And every now and then the thoughts come back up, and like I did like plenty of research. I looked into it. I was talking to like manufacturers. I was talking to like various people. Actually, oh yeah, you can't see it. Right there is one of the samples I ended up actually ordering. That is a bamboo sunglasses holder, and then the actual sunglasses I believe are in there as well. But I did look into and start trying to figure out how to start a clothing company, and I went through a lot of the kind of pre-work to be able to set up said company, and then ended up not doing it because I didn't have the money. So the thought is maybe eventually I can get to that point, but seeing that I just barely have enough for my rent and utilities right now, after you take into account student loans and bills and everything, my own company is not coming anytime soon. That's cool. Yeah, you need some funds. You need at least a little bit. Like, it's possible to start a clothing company for fairly cheap if you do like a pre-order kind of method, in which case you only need enough money to pay for the samples and verify product that it's going to be made well and everything and set up properly. And then you can have the pre-order, and then you know exactly how many of what size to get, how many you're going to be selling, what kind of interest you have, and then you can order all of those. And once you order all of those, you can then order a couple extra of like some of the more popular sizes, and then you can sell those as well. And you can kind of get yourself going that way. But I don't even have the money for the samples right now. Like when I got these, I used my tax return. My tax return is going to cover the cost of me moving this year, so kind of where I'm stuck. But no, I would like to eventually have like merch and stuff like that, but if I were to do merch, I would do it more as kind of like a disguised merch. It wouldn't just say like band shredded cheese across the front of a t-shirt. It would just be like my own clothing brand, and then there'd be like little like inside jokes and hints to me as a content creator and stuff like that. But I'm thinking of making a meadery brewery to make meads and beers. That would be good. I know a couple people who do like microbrewing back in Michigan. One of my college friends' dads did that, and they made really good hard ciders, and he would always have like pony kegs, which are like the smaller ones. And he would just always have them just in the house he was renting. So if you ever wanted a drink, you would just show up at his house. He had no issue like sharing. Like the entire friend group would like chip in like $10 each for like one of these kegs, and then the kegs would have like 50 drinks in them. Or maybe it wasn't even $10 a piece. Maybe it was like $5 a piece. But like it was incredibly cheap, and you just had pretty much drinks on demand. That would definitely be a micrometery. Yes. It was like very small. His dad did want to start like an actual brewery, and he was doing like the microbrewing as kind of a way to learn and kind of figure out what exactly he wanted to do with it. I haven't heard in the past few years how that's going, but I know it's a thing. They were working on it. But yeah, in terms of clothes, like I wanted to do clothes, and I wanted to have like seasonal releases. Maybe not like, summer, fall, winter, spring, like maybe not all four, but do like 2 releases a year of new designs. And then have just stuff that's like always available. The stuff that's always available would be more like merch style clothing. And then the seasonal releases were maybe 2 a year. That stuff would be all like limited edition. It's only available until it sells out, like within a certain time window. And if you want to get it, you can get it. Like I can grab the sunglasses and show what they look like. Also, I believe shark teeth are in that container too. Yeah, it is a simple bamboo, like, just sunglasses container for travel purposes. It is wood, like. And then there's the sunglasses. They got wood frames. Or not frames, arms. The actual frame is plastic, but yeah. There are also polarized lenses. I have another pair. They're down in my car. That's a slightly different style. Rather than doing like the full front face, it's just like more regular glasses style. I had 2 different samples. Then I also had the container, which the shark teeth are not in anymore. Either way, but this is bamboo. It had the thought of a company name on it, and then I had the glasses, which also has the name right there. But this is an actual thing I have looked into, and everyone's like, anytime I mention like, oh, you know, I've wanted to do like a clothing company, they're like, do you know how much work that is, like trying to find suppliers and everything? And I'm like, yes, I had suppliers. I just never actually acted on it because I realized the financial hurdle was too much. But I still have it. I know the company that made these over in China. I know exactly which one it is, and I can reach out to them and contact them and say, hey, can I place an order? And they're going to be like, who the hell are you? And I'm like, remember like 5 years ago when I asked for samples? I'm ready to place an order now. But yeah, I've wanted to do... Like, I've had an idea for a hoodie as well. Like, let me just... Come here, random hoodie. So this is a very well worn. If you look at the back of it, you can see like cats have been all over it. You can kind of see how it's plucked. But I've had this idea for a hoodie where it's like it's a solid color, just like this hoodie, and then the inside of the hood, like this part, how it's like it's still fabric, like it's just another, it's the same color. Do that in a different color. Have the strings match the inside color. And then that inside color would match like the design I put on the back, where it would be like white and that other color, or black and that other color, depending on what I actually go with for the actual hoodie color. And then maybe do like the stitching on the actual hoodie in that color as well, so it would be kind of like a two-tone hoodie. I feel like that would look really good. I had drawn up and drafted concept ideas for what I wanted to do. I have a few of the designs I was originally planning. I still have those like drawings that I did, and maybe one day I actually do it. Like I said, I know how to source suppliers. I know how to find like, well, okay, you're finding the suppliers. They handle the material sourcing, unless you want to do the material sourcing, which is another hurdle you have to get over, but like whatever. But like I know how to do that. I know how to contact like artists to get the correct art files and everything to be able to do merch with, because it's not just like you hand them a PNG or like a JPEG. I know kind of how pricing works. I know what goes into the shipping model. I've looked into packaging, shipping labels, warehousing. Like I've looked into all of this previously. Granted, it's been 4 or 5 years. The actual price of stuff will have changed, but it's the same thing. I know what kind of licenses I need. I know what I need to be able to charge taxes, to be able to do everything like proper according to the government. Like I know everything I need to do. I just need the money to be able to do it. So maybe when we get a bit bigger, like if I get to like 1,000 followers, or I set like a subscriber number, and we just slowly work our way towards it, and then release the brand. I don't know. I feel like it could work. It wouldn't be the worst idea that I've ever had. I should find some of those old sketches of designs. I know one of them I actually like fully drew up. There was a couple others that were just like sketches on paper of designs I wanted to do. Also, the return of ambiguous red drink. I was really feeling like some ambiguous red drink, so I went and got it. Isn't that exciting? Yeah, like I've always wanted to own my own company and be able to like create an actual product. I'm not like an inventor to the point that like I could be on like Shark Tank. No one's gonna take a clothing brand to Shark Tank. Unless you're making like some truly, you know, revolutionary, you know, clothes, you're not going to get onto the show. But in terms of like just wanting to have, you know, something that I created, something that I can sell and be able to like let others buy and be able to represent me and everything, I feel like that would be cool. Clothes are an easy way to do it. I could have my designs, I can come up with designs, I can rely on the community and inside jokes that we create to come up with designs. And then every couple, you know, every like 6 or so months, I can just release new designs, and then the old ones are gone. And if you wanted them, you would have had to have been here. And then, like I said, I'll have like just static stuff that's always around. But yeah, like that's something I've been kind of thinking about. Like the glasses, the sunglasses could always be available. You can always be able to pick up like a pair of like band shredded cheese sunglasses. But if you want like the two-tone hoodie, maybe for the first half of, you know, 2024, I sell one color scheme, and then in the second half of 2024, I switch the color scheme. And then it's like, oh, how do you have like a gray and blue one? Oh, well, I bought it at this time. Now you can only get orange and yellow, or, you know, just picking random colors. That would not look good together. But then you'd always have the ability to get sunglasses, which you can see in the reflection, my light and Streamlabs and everything open up. You can see the cameras right there as well. But I don't know. I thought about it. I still think about it all the time. Every month or so, the idea comes back up, and I'm like, man, I could really do this. And then I look into the pricing, like, for even half a second, and I'm like, I cannot afford to do this right now. So one day, I just need more viewers, more followers, more subscribers, and ad revenue from YouTube. Which it's completely on me that I'm not there yet, because I've posted 2 videos this year. And we are at the end of the 3rd month of the year. So that's on me. That said, I've been very busy and stressed with the job hunt and trying to find work and having to accept that I need to move and all of that. So I guess, what can you do? You know, the budget's been pretty tight. I can't really afford to be getting a bunch of new games to be able to review the games, to be able to make the YouTube videos. I do have a couple of games that I do need to make reviews of. I've been saying I'm going to make reviews of them. The time is kind of there. Maybe some proper ads for your Swedish viewer. That would help too. I know YouTube ad revenue is going to be like the biggest difference. Also, B, welcome in. We're talking about wanting to start a clothing company and how I need YouTube ad revenue in order to do it. I won't be here for long. You're good. But B, before you disappear. Sunglasses concept. What are we thinking? Are they stylish enough? I ordered this sample like 5 years ago. I still have them. It would come in a bamboo like glasses case. Just very simple. I ordered this sample like 5 years ago. I'm still sitting on it. Also, you can see myself right there. Chat is right there. That's the alerts, and then right there is my audio and ad manager. But yes, we've been talking about wanting to start our own companies and how I've had plans to do a clothing brand for close to a decade now. I just need money to be able to do it, and I always feel bad asking viewers for money, so I need YouTube ad revenue and Twitch ad revenue, and maybe like a sponsorship. That would go a long ways, but unfortunately, Ambiguous Red Drink doesn't want to sponsor me, so couldn't imagine why. My 212 followers, not the 208 that the follow thing says. Let's fix that right now. Follower goal. Hang on. We're going to end goal real fast. Goal amount. 250. Starting amount 212. End after. Pick a random date. Off in the future. Title. Follower goal. Start goal. Boom. There we go. Up to date. I have 3 company plans in the making, but I need some proper planning. I do have another idea. It's kind of along the lines of the same thing with having a product you sell, but it wouldn't be clothing. It would be related to other stuff. Gotta go. Absolutely, B. Thank you for stopping by. Enjoy whatever you're up to. I'll drink some ambiguous red drink. But yeah, no, I do have other ideas. The other idea was something I started talking to another guy about who would have had the money to kind of bankroll it in the beginning. And then he would have owned like a portion of the company and gotten like a portion of the sales, but it would have been entirely on me to be able to actually run it. But we ended up not acting on it just because there was some questions in the air about the actual market size that we were going to be going after. And it was kind of hard to be able to get market interest in a reliable way without like biasing the demographics in a way that was like, I don't know, like there was a handful of things. Like, I still think it's a good company idea. It was a little hard for us to be able to pull like primary interest because neither of us had like a large like online following. So we had to like just kind of ask friends, and then it's like, well, obviously your friend is going to, you know, be nice to you and be like, oh yeah, you know, that seems like a good idea. So it was hard for us to just like get an actual picture of like what the market or how the market would react to bringing a product, you know, to the market. Still have the idea. I still think it would be half decent. I might find a way to work it into the merch and clothing brand and then just have it be like kind of an offset. But there is an idea there. I don't know, like I said, I need money to be able to do all this. I don't have money. I have student loans, so my second is connected to my first also, making a bar, cafe, or restaurant where I would use my own products. Yeah, that's very common for people who do any kind of brewing and food or alcohol production. 9 times out of 10 they have like a restaurant or like a bistro or cafe or something like that. Yeah, that I could see it. Now what about you? No? Okay, you were just doing a lap around my legs. Fair enough. But yeah, no, I have ideas. The problem is I need money to pursue these ideas and these thoughts, because if I remember correctly, for these sunglasses and the cases, the third would be an indie game company. I have thought about doing an indie game as well. But for the sunglasses themselves, I would have had to order minimum 500, I want to say. Or maybe it wasn't that many. Maybe it was like 250. But there was like a minimum order quantity, and then the cases you'd buy separately, and there was a minimum order quantity. And when I was looking at how much it would cost just based off of minimums, it was something like $3,000. And then in terms of actual pricing, I would like, obviously they'd come together, in which case I think the total I would have had in for like one pair of sunglasses and the case would have been around 10, or once you consider shipping as well, it was like $10. And then I was like, well, I can sell the glasses for $25 then. Like, that's still like an affordable pair of sunglasses, especially considering the fact it's using real wood on the arms. This is like real bamboo case. Like, 25 is a very fair price, and then I'd make a small amount of profit on each sell. The problem was I didn't have the $3,000 to start it. Plus, just selling sunglasses as a single product, it's going to be a lot harder to drive attention to you. So it's not just the sunglasses I would need. I would need the sunglasses, the clothes, the hats, the whatever else I want to sell. In which case I was looking at like 10 to 20,000 needed to be able to purchase everything. And I was like, I have $500. So could I find a way to make it work with $500? Yeah, I probably could have. However, I was also in college, and I was also that was also right around the time the pandemic was starting and a whole bunch of other stuff. So Samium, welcome in. How are you doing today? Based on that message, I'm going to guess you're a little tired. If that is true, feel free to let me know. Otherwise, feel free to fill me in on what you're up to. But we're just kind of discussing ideas for other companies, like entrepreneurship ideas, and kind of what we want to be able to do. So Kiftaku wants to open a meadery and then a restaurant attached to it, as well as an indie game. And I was talking about how I also have thought about indie games, and I've also thought about clothing and sunglasses and a whole bunch of other stuff. We're just poor. Releasing my first indie game limited pre-order edition with your sunglasses as a physical bonus. You could. If you're doing an indie game, I'd recommend finding an indie game publisher. I know a couple of them. Team 17, Fireside tend to be ones that release pretty good games. There's also Toplets. They do a lot of indie game publication and distribution. Please do not step on my toes. What are you doing? Thank you. But you know, like I've had kind of like it's not even half baked. It's like quarter baked thought for a potential indie game. That said, I have no experience in game development. I know a little bit about like 3D modeling and a little bit about drawing and a little bit about animation. That's nowhere near enough to be able to just sit down and make a game. So I'm gonna have to learn a lot more before I even attempt that. Plus, I'd have to think about, if I were to do it, I'd want to do it right. In which case, I'd have to plan out how to do it right. And that could be a bit of a headache. So that's going to be like super side project. Kind of, like I said, right now it's like a quarter-baked idea. If I can get it to a half-baked idea, maybe I'll actually start to like try to mention it to some other people and potentially get like a group together to try and make like a very early alpha stage and just kind of start testing with the concepts and kind of ideas I have. So I have a lot to work on. I need to get some stability first. Yes, that's exactly where I am. If I didn't have my student loans, I'd be much more financially off to be able to kind of pursue some of these fun things. That said, I don't even have a stable income or like a steady job. So it's like, I'm not really gaining anything. So I need to get a job and a stable income and make decent headway on my loans. And then I can start worrying about spending my own money on pursuing some of this stuff. And could you not? How much are the student loans over there? So I have very high student loans. Like I owe a considerable amount. Actually, I do have the Twitter thread. Let's just pull up the Twitter thread. Hang on. We gotta scroll. We gotta do a little scrolling. Here we go. Open the post. Open the post. You stay off that post. Okay. Gameplay. Welcome to the Student Loans Twitter thread. It started in October when I owed $125,496. I'm now down to $120,363.57. But yeah, this is a whole thing. I did do the math wrong and accidentally only had 118 here, but I did acknowledge the fact that I made an error and that I did the math wrong. But yeah, notice I'm taking out chunks of like 600 or so worth of principal every month on top of paying all the interest. So like I am making progress towards it. It's just I got a lot. So that's some loans. Yeah, it's basically a mortgage payment. It's basically a house payment. Like the average price of the home around here where I live is like 158,000 and I currently owe 120,000. So if you consider, the 20% down or even 10% down that you'd, need for a house and how much you'd be financing in terms of a mortgage, it's basically the same amount. Haven't met anyone in here with student loans higher than 20K. Yeah, I want to say the average is like 15 to 25,000. I went to a very specialized engineering school that was a private university, so I ended up with that much in loans. That said, had I had no scholarships, no grants, no anything else, the total price of my degree was $256,000. So the fact that I owe $120,000, not bad. In the grand scheme of things, I mean, obviously that's still $120,000 I need to pay off, but it's kind of one of those things. And then the degree is sitting right here, earning me so much. Oh well. What can you do? You win some, you lose some. In this case, I've lost a lot more than I've won, but that's fine. It's nothing. It's nothing. We're coming up on 7 o'clock. So I am going to need to feed my cats because I did not do that before stream started. I might want to just go do that now. So I'm going to throw you guys to a BRB. And then I'll play some ads for the non-ad viewers. That way you can earn me, a penny towards starting a clothing company. Or actually, in a more realistic sense, it's going to be a penny towards making up the cost for student loans and for TwitchCon. That said, TwitchCon tickets are not out yet, but I do have the hotel booked. I have a flight booked, but since I'm moving, I'm going to need to either cancel or reschedule the flight out of a different airport. Either way, I'll handle that. I might end up taking like a $50 hit or something because I prepaid for luggage, but whatever. The full plan is that I would actually go and get the drink koozies for #NotSponsored and have those for TwitchCon. And then I could set up a channel point redeem that I will reserve one for you if you're going to be at US TwitchCon. Otherwise, it's just kind of a first come, first serve. As long as you prove you're following me or subscribe to me on YouTube, you get one. And it would just be a handout. I've looked into the pricing of it. It's only like $200 or $300. So like, that's a good amount of money, but nowhere near, $3,000 for sunglasses or stuff like that. So I think I might actually want to do it. If I do actually want to do it, I need to commit to doing it by like the beginning of July so that I can design, order, and get it shipped to me so I could have it by the time I go to TwitchCon in late September. Either way. In your next life, I'll invite you to study in Europe or Sweden, because here they basically pay for your study. Had I not gone to a private specialized engineering school, I could have had a very cheap degree. I could have gone to some of the other schools I applied to and had my entire degree for less than $10,000 after scholarships. And I could earn $10,000 over just working like part-time in the summers. Like, I just chose a very expensive school on the gamble that it would pay off quickly, and it so far hasn't. I took a gamble. It hasn't paid off yet. It still could pay off, but currently it has not. Alright, like I said, I'm going to run and feed my cats now that we're almost at 7 o'clock. And then when we get back, we can do some hell diving. Because we got bots to fight today, which is a bit of an anomaly. I hope it does in the grand scheme of things. I have faith that it will pay itself off. Eventually. Just with the way the economy's sitting right now, it's not getting an instantaneous payoff like I would have hoped. Oh well. I'll be right back. I'm going to play ads for the ad viewers. No one else is going to miss anything. I'm just feeding my cats off camera. Everyone else can stare at a BRB screen, okay? I will see you all, guys. I'll see everyone in like 3 minutes. And as always, I am clicking play on the ads right now. We are back. Are we ready for some Helldivers? Now that we're 45 minutes into stream. Are we ready to jump in? I'm going to go ahead and start the game. But yeah, so I was looking online at the little map. There is now a bot major order, so we actually have to go fight robots. The past couple days, I haven't streamed because it wasn't my regular stream hours, and I would just quickly kind of jump in to do my daily missions and get back out. But I have done more bot play and worked on that, whatever. Could you not have a little pop-up the second the game opens? Thank you. Okay. We are in. I also have new armor, and the major order was complete from before. It's kind of dark. Hang on. We got new drip. We got new drip. If you're not familiar with what armor I'm wearing, page 10 of the battle pass, I now have all this stuff. This is next. I want to try. I've been told this gun's pretty good against the bots. So I'm at 75. I'm at 49. I need 75. So we're getting there. Kill 40 enemies using anti-personnel minefield. That's gonna require bug play, and I don't want to play the bugs today, man. We're just gonna skip that. I'm refolding my little wrist support. Don't mind me. It's a microfiber towel. I've talked about this in the past. I get sweaty hands while gaming, and the easiest way to keep my hands dry is a little towel. So I have a microfiber towel, and then it gets switched out after sweatier gaming sessions or once a week. Or whenever I do laundry, I just grab it, throw it in there with everything else. I don't know, it works pretty well. But we got all that. We got the fancy drip. If we look at the ship modules, this, I believe you guys saw on stream, I unlocked that. I've had this fully unlocked. I got these two as well. So with the exception of this first one, I'm at least stage 2 on everything. I got 9 super samples. I need 10 for any of the next things. Like that needs 10, that needs 10, that needs 10. So I'm going to have to go do some harder difficulties. I assume this is going to need 10. I don't know for sure. This one doesn't need any. I just need 40 rare samples, and I'm at 19, so I'll get there. I'm also maxed out on requisition slips.
We have new orders, Helldiver. The time has come to rid ourselves of the automaton irritant, once and for all.
Yeah, we're fully done in this sector. We've had Oshaune a couple times, and we keep, like, just barely starting to lose it. This planet defense on Hellmire started at the end of the last major order. And it looks like we're currently winning it. But we're over here. I assume. Where's Troost? There's Troost. So we gotta win this planet to be able to get to this planet. And then we gotta win this planet. And we got 3 days and 14 hours to do it. And of course, we're going to the fire planets. We'll do a warm-up on a difficulty 4. That sounds like a good idea.
Initiating. Allied destroyer has joined squadron.
But yeah, we're up to level 42. And the current max is 50, so... we're moving towards max rank. We're running the go-to.
Allied destroyer has joined squadron.
we're running the default setup for my first mission. Maybe I try to get that personal order ready. But as it currently stands, I'm thinking that one's an L for the day. Hello, Scuba. How are you? Would you like to come here? Would you like to come here? Hello. Immediately back out of my arms. Knows I'm streaming. Doesn't want a part of it.
Launch initiated.
Alright. Are we ready for the first mission of the day? It's a difficulty 4. I should be fine. I also don't think I've ever been to this planet, so that's a thing as well. Surely it won't be a disaster, right? Right? That said, it's a desert planet, so stamina is going to be a bit of a hassle.
Go now, and fear the shadow of neither death nor tyranny, but justice is your cause.
Great!
Dropship!
I have wanted to play around more with using the expendable anti-tanks. Those got buffed and are now pretty useful. I did not ask for that, Altar. Look up, you idiot.
Tagging map. Northwest, 100 meters.
Alright, that's a good little start.
Dropship! Requesting orbital.
Ah, so close.
Requesting air support.
Turret's down.
Orbital strike. Calling in reinforcements.
Not much I could have done about that.
Automaton facility destroyed. Ready to liberate.
Reinforcing.
Request approved. Reinforcements on the way. Get some! Get some! Calling in reinforcements! Request approved.
Okay. We're back.
Democracy has landed.
We're getting things done again. Let's go.
Dropping a pin.
Can we maybe perhaps stay alive this time? Do we think that is in the cards?
Requesting orbital.
Reload. Reload. Thank you. There's an anti-personnel minefield from someone.
I got the terminal.
See, I gotta do this the slow way. I don't know if someone else would be capable of dealing with it another way, but I don't have something that would blow this up, so...
I'll handle the terminal.
We just had to do it that way, I guess. Let's head for the objective now! And not step on one of these mines, but I do want the rare samples, so...
Cancel that. We've got equipment.
Your stamina just doesn't last.
Requesting advanced weaponry.
Reloading. Mag's empty. Mag's empty. Reloading.
Reload, please, for the love of God.
Engaging terminal.
There we go. We're getting going. We're getting going. And I cannot resupply because someone else has called it. Okay, I don't know where it is. That's the one. Oof. Yeah, so not sure
I got the terminal.
not sure where the resupply is.
Calling down a support weapon.
Oh! Package acquired. Attacking map. Northwest. Far.
Is this? No. Here's yet another minefield. I also did not even check if the other people are following me. They are. Okay. The downside is the high-level player ended up leaving. So that's a bit of a shame. I'm just gonna leave them
Requesting fortification.
behind. And just run off, you know?
Found something.
We just gotta go. We just gotta go. Like, I know you could always drop the SSD.
Calling in orbital.
Like, that is a very viable option. However, it's not always the most viable
That's
option.
empty.
Calling down a sentry.
We've managed to punch a hole.
New man. Drop ship.
Not the rocket raider.
Reinforcing.
On the plus side,
Reinforcing.
I now have ammo again.
Dropping.
Requesting air support.
Joining the fray.
Orbital inbound.
Reloading.
That's one way to deal with this.
Package acquired. Dropping package.
You have accomplished liberty's will. Extracting your discretion.
Calling down fortification.
Oh, that's all we had to do? Okay.
Dropping a pin. Northeast. 200 meters.
Says extraction available, so...
Enemy elite. North. 50 meters. Requesting orbital strike.
Calling down a support weapon.
Got them.
Orbital inbound.
Okay, it's going, it's going. I needed to get the turret. Get the turret. It's on the turret. Perfect. Perfect. Alright. We gotta go. We're surrounded.
Sending in an eagle.
I'm in a bit of a tough spot here.
Tagging map. East. Far.
Requesting orbital strike.
I'm on fire.
Calling down fortifications.
Freedom never sleeps.
I'm getting ran the fuck over. I'm getting absolutely steamrolled. I see those. There's three of them. Okay.
Bounce off it.
Just run around this way, run around that way. 2. There's the 3rd.
Reloading.
Seriously? Bro. You've been overcharged.
Requesting air support.
I'm blind. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Good, we got a quick earthquake. Alright. Continuing on. No, 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 no. Bitch called in a dropship.
I've got this one.
Dropship. Mag's empty.
Testing orbital.
I swear to God. Get back. Get back. Dive, you bastard. Okay. I get my laser back. I missed.
Throwing grenade.
You may proceed to extraction when ready.
Guys, I've been put in a horny jail. I've gotten put into horny jail. Well,
Reloading. Mag's empty.
Dropship.
I'm just waiting to die. There it is.
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
Hey! Yeah, that didn't surprise me in the slightest.
Requesting sentry. Eat dead!
Mag's empty.
I got put in horny jail. What was supposed to happen?
Mag's empty.
Oh, I thought I got reinforced. Guess not. Oh well. He's a bit busy right now anyway.
Liberty! My leg! Grenade!
Like, bro's fighting for his life right now. He doesn't need to worry about trying to reinforce me. Alright.
Calling in extraction.
No, it's more important to call extraction than call reinforcements.
Calling in reinforcements.
No, he made the right decision there.
Request approved. Reinforcements on the way.
Ready to liberate. Mag's empty.
T-minus 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Calling down fortification.
T-minus 1 minute.
Not today.
Warning, you are in range of enemy artillery.
Calling down fortification.
ETA T-minus 30 seconds.
I got the samples.
ETA T-minus 20 seconds.
I got the samples.
ETA T-minus 10 seconds.
Pelican 1 arriving at coordinates. This is Pelican 1. Requesting orbital.
Engaging orbital laser. Warning, you are in range of enemy artillery.
Countdown initiated.
We're out of here. We're out of here. We just go. We just go.
Beginning ascent.
Stop thinking about it. Just go.
Liberty has seen you.
Whew.
Range of enemy artillery.
I know we're in range of enemy artillery. We're also gone. We're gone. It's over. It's done for. Well, that was a bit of a hassle of a first mission, wasn't it? We got the samples, though. That's the important part. We managed the samples. Excellent work. Good stuff. Four deaths. Bit
Secured a
unfortunate.
lot of samples. Well done. Always good to have another hero on.
Allied destroyer has left squadron.
I assume he's about to leave as well. I don't know, I was put in charge. The thing is, we can't finish that second mission. Because I was not the one who chose it. You got an SOS beacon down, but a full squad.
The hour of our
Can I
next
just
victory rapidly
join
approaches.
another person? No.
Let us cleanse the galaxy of alien scum.
We're just gonna hit quick play, and we'll eventually get dropped into a difficulty 5 mission.
Allied destroyer has joined squadron. Engaging orbital thrusters.
I also brought the other guy with me. It's fine.
Orbit
It's good.
synchronized.
Everything's a blast. I have no clue who it is.
Hellpod launch suspended.
What you doing there, bud? Alright, we're back in. Okay. I will say, I have tried using the shield pack more lately. I'm not a fan of it. I cannot put into words why. I'm just not as big on it. And that's just how it is. I don't know. I can't really explain or come up with a good reason why I don't like it as much.
Launch initiated.
But there's something about the shield pack that I don't like it. It's completely personal preference. I prefer the rover. I think part of it comes down to when I'm, running around trying to be stealthy, the rover will point at where the closest enemy is, and it can tell me if I get too close, because it will start shooting. And then I go, okay, now I actually need to fight. But I don't know.
The fate of all humanity's children are in your hands.
Requesting advanced weaponry!
Deploying equipment package.
All right. Time to get out of here.
Mag's empty!
Okay, he's going after the outpost now, so I'm going to go join him.
For prosperity!
Let's go.
Freedom never rests!
Push up, push up.
Mag's empty!
See that antenna?
Objective critical stratagem available.
Reloading!
Objective critical stratagem no longer available.
Did something!
Objective critical stratagem available.
Bitch, get out of here.
How'd you like the taste of freedom?
Objective critical stratagem no longer available.
We're doing okay.
Objective critical stratagem available.
We've managed to push our way in.
Requesting fortifications.
Requesting objective equipment. Engaging terminal.
Doo-doo-doo. We're doing great! Come on, this is fun, right? This is fun.
Reinforcing.
Reinforcing.
Package acquired. Dropping package. Engaging terminal.
Let's go. Crazy Cowboy, thank you for the lurk.
Orbital inbound.
Hope you're having a great day. We're just enjoying a bit of chaos here on the automaton front today.
Mag's empty.
Working our way towards the major objective.
Mag's empty.
Calling in reinforcements.
I did not reload. That's on me.
Request approved. Reinforcements on the way.
Alright, there we go.
Calling down supplies.
We're good. Let's go. We've managed to survive. Also, that thing, like, spazzing out is kind of annoying. Either way. That antenna tower's going up. We're looking good. Okay, noise. Yeah. It's not gonna. Oh no, it does. Liberate Troost is the current goal. We got to get there. So, in order to get there, we got to win on this planet, which is Ustotu. And then we got to liberate that planet. So we got like 3 days to liberate 2 automaton planets. It's not going to be the easiest thing, but I'm here to help. I'm not exactly playing a crazy high difficulty. You can see it's only 5 right now, but...
Mission map updated.
Oh goody, look at all that fun stuff.
Dropping a pin. West. 300 meters.
That's where I'm going. If you guys want to follow, you can. Not that they can hear me, but, you know. Also, is that not a super sample rock right there? Yeet! That is absolutely a super sample rock. But why? Like, there's no super samples at this difficulty. Alright, continuing on. I didn't realize the super sample rock will spawn and be part of the map if it doesn't have super samples, you know? Okay, well nothing's noticed me yet, so I'm just gonna kind of waltz my way all the way in here.
Mag's empty. Fire in the hole.
Oh, there's...
Orbital inbound.
That would explain why we're dying. Okay. That will help us. We do gotta go back in for samples. Okay, no more samples.
Requesting air support.
We're good to go. We're free to get out of here. We're free to go. We're free to run. Just go. Of course, you want to pull up on me. He steamrolled me before I could do anything. He got steamrolled too.
Requesting air support.
Calling in orbital strike.
Firing orbital strike. Mission at 30 minutes remaining.
Okay, got the Hulk. Unfortunately, there's a lot of shit over this way that I need to get through. Because I want my stuff back.
Calling down a sentry.
Mag's empty.
You just gonna steal my dog like that? No big deal, I can just drop another one. It was the samples I was worried about. Also, does not exactly sound like this is the safest place to be right now.
Sending in an eagle.
We're just fighting our way in, you know? Seriously, I can't climb up on that? Oh, I got 30 seconds till I can have a new dog. Oh, there's a lot of them over there. I saw those rockets coming to me. There was nothing I could do. Nothing. That was just it. That was all. All she wrote.
Democracy has landed.
We need one more. One of you three better survive. Okay, never mind. All three of you can die.
You may proceed to extraction.
Ready to liberate. Reloading.
That's embarrassing. That's really embarrassing. I had no controls.
Ready to liberate.
Well,
Calling down a support
might as well get new ones of these.
Dropship. Sending in an eagle.
Okay, now I do believe that is a jammer tower.
Freedom never sleeps.
Requesting air support.
Okay. Keep pushing forwards. We're gonna get into range where we lose stratagems. That's fine.
Extraction is available.
Mag's empty.
Yep, we've lost stratagems now.
Get some. Get them. Tagging location.
Stratagem jammers done. Please. Please. Okay. I have somehow managed to survive that whole thing. Did I help? Not much. What got me that time? I'm playing horrendously today.
Democracy has landed.
Like, truly horrendously.
Sending in an eagle. Spot outpost spotted.
Like, the number of good shots I've taken do not outweigh the number of absolutely trash plays I'm doing. I just gotta create distance.
Calling in a hell bomb.
Okay, he's down.
Marking location.
Hell bomb armed. Clear the area. Sending in an eagle.
Looks like I'm safe. I'm just waiting for that hell bomb to go off.
Proceed to extraction when ready.
Okay. There is a lot of chaos going on. I have no clue how I'm playing so bad. Like, is this just a difficult planet? Is that what it is? Like, I can't imagine that this is just, I'm playing this horrendously today. Like, I know it's a desert planet, so stamina's very limited. I know this is a difficulty 5, so, like, it is harder, but not unheard of.
Calling in reinforcements.
But there's something about this play, and today, it's just not working.
Democracy has landed.
Doesn't look like he lost anything. I'm just gonna call in extraction.
Calling in extraction. Mag's empty. Reinforcing.
I really hope that hit the Hulk. It denied! It denied!
Requesting fortification.
Just barely missed.
Requesting sentry.
Again. Got him. Clean pickup. It was a clean pickup. There's also an anti-tank right here that I could use if I need to.
Calling down a support weapon.
Requesting orbital.
Firing orbital laser.
Oh. don't see any samples on the ground, and that's not gonna lie, that's kind of the important part.
Pelican 1 approaching pickup. Pelican 1 landing in progress.
Oh. Nope, don't die. Don't die.
Countdown initiated. Stand by for takeoff. Extraction complete.
There we go. Okay.
Taking a set.
We still managed to get the the win. We still managed to get the extract. We still got all the samples.
Today you carved another
But I'm just not playing well today. Missed one bot fabricator. Not a big deal. I'm not that concerned about him. Also, Dr. Shan, who I kind of dragged into this, handled it wonderfully.
Liberty is victorious once more. Welcome aboard, Helldiver. The super.
I didn't have the most deaths? Wow.
Always
That's
good to
surprising.
have another hero on board.
Like, that's genuinely surprising on my behalf, on my
Allied
part.
destroyer has left squadron.
I would have thought I had the most deaths by far. Also, Sunblade, welcome in. I see you're lurking while you're getting set up for yourself. Absolutely. Enjoy your lurk and hope stream goes well for you as well. Hope you have a good stream as well. That sounds less weird to say. Either way, we're just working our way through some planet liberations, trying to help towards the major order. We might switch over to the bugs and just pick up the daily mission. I'm at 31 out of 40. Honestly, I'm kind of just naturally getting it by playing and having other people do it.
The bridge is yours, Helldiver. Take us to the fight.
I don't know. Am I at 5,000 automaton kills yet? No. Alright, well. Hey, purple guy. I actually know who that is. They have a closed lobby, so I'm not gonna join them, but either way,
Mission
we're just
order.
gonna quick play.
Engaging orbital
I had a
thrusters.
hangnail today, and it's kind of hurt. Does not feel great, if I'm being honest.
Orbit synchronized.
Everyone pulling up right at the exact same time. Don't ask me how to read that name. I do not know Korean. Blitz, search, and destroy. Great.
What about here?
Alright, well. In that case, we want the laser. You. You. Then the railgun. This is a mission about exploding a lot of things very quickly. So, laser, Eagle airstrike, 120, and the railgun with a stamina boost. Excellent. Surely this will not be a huge disaster. I hope. That's my goal. I'm really rooting for myself to not have a disaster here. I need redemption after that last mission. It was awful.
All the galaxy looks to you for salvation.
Calling down support weapon.
Stand in the way of liberty.
Requesting air support.
Jesus, you guys dropped right on him.
Requesting sentry.
You didn't think to, like, move?
Calling down a sentry. Dropship. Tagging map. South. 200 meters.
I'm going after bot fabricators. We're just running. I'm gonna be honest.
Supplies. Found something. Yeah.
Was it worth it for the melee kill? No. Did I do it anyway? Yes.
Reloading.
Alright.
Sending in an eagle.
Attack underway.
Tagging location. South. Dropping a pin. Northwest. 100 meters. Tagging map. West. 200 meters.
Okay. We used the Eagle airstrike because it was small. Now we're going to run up on this bitch and use something bigger. You know?
Orbital inbound.
Firing orbital barrage. Clear the area.
Requesting orbital.
Engaging orbital laser.
Dropping a pin. Drop ships. West. 200 meters. Requesting air support. Tagging map. Northwest. 200 meters. Orbital.
Now we go.
Sending in an eagle. Objective located. North.
Warning, you are in range of enemy artillery.
I don't know if that's us or them, but
Rare sample acquired. Requesting fortifications. Package acquired. Dropping package.
either way. Either way. Ooh, the
Warning,
mini
you are
uke.
in range of enemy artillery.
Package acquired. Dropping package. Dropping package.
Okay. Okay.
Package acquired. Dropping package.
Perfect. It's full. It's full, buddy.
I got the terminal.
Warning, you are in range of enemy artillery.
I
Range of enemy artillery.
kinda don't want to deal with the enemy artillery because I don't have my laser yet.
Calling in orbital strike. Requesting air support.
Here
Requesting
comes
orbital
the
strike.
cavalry.
You have ignited the torches of liberty. Extraction
Requesting
awaits.
sentry. Dropping a pin. Northwest. 100 meters. Calling down a sentry.
Warning, you are in range of enemy artillery. Warning, you are in range of enemy artillery.
Dropping air support. Calling in a hell bomb. Elbow! Clear the area! Follow me!
Warning, you are in range of enemy artillery.
Okay. Sorry, I went a little quiet there. I was trying to not die. I'm sure you can understand.
On outpost spotted. Requesting air support.
5 minutes left. We can't stay this low much longer, Helldiver.
Calling in reinforcements.
I still got 2 minutes left.
Request approved. Reinforcements on the way.
Sending in an eagle.
Here comes the cavalry.
Okay, take out the turret, please. I know there's multiple.
Taking map. North. 100 meters.
Got one.
Someone is trying to rearm.
Sending in an eagle. Heavy. Northwest. Calling down a sentry.
Did they get it? No. I'm currently being scoped. I am not being scoped. Oh, shit.
Reloading.
Okay, things have gotten a bit scary. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, things are very scary.
Calling down fortifications.
Things have gotten very scary.
Requesting air support. Calling in reinforcements.
I have managed to survive. Not really.
Calling in reinforcements. Sending in an eagle.
I have no stims. I am incapable of reloading. That's good. There was nothing I could do.
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
Orbital inbound.
Okay, we got that orbital called in. It did get the turret.
Attacking map. Southeast. 200 meters.
We just gotta head for Expo.
1 minute left. Destroyer preparing to leave.
We don't have time anymore. We tried to hang around for the silly goofies. At this point, we're gonna be fighting one hell of a losing battle.
Calling in extraction.
Extraction shuttle inbound.
Okay.
Rare sample acquired.
All of our samples are back over there, too. That's the thing. We're about to extract with jack shit.
Down a sentry.
ETA T-minus 1 minute. 30
Alright.
seconds.
Timer has hit 0. We have no more stratagems.
Marking location. Northeast.
We literally have to fight with what is currently on us.
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
Mag's empty.
T-minus 20 seconds.
Come on, come on, come on. Stim, stim, stim. Damn it.
ETA T-minus 10 seconds.
Did my best.
Pelican 1 landing in progress. Pelican 1 preparing to depart. Shuttle launch in 20 seconds. Extraction complete.
There we go.
Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Not much I could do.
In our way of life.
Allied destroyer has
We got her done, though. You see, when fighting the bots, it's a lot easier assuming you keep things under control. The second shit hits the fan, it's over. There's no coming back. Which is a real bummer. Cause like that's just it. Oh well.
Liberty is victorious once
We do have ads playing for the ad viewers. They're starting just about now if they haven't already. Well. I don't know if I got kicked or if the host left or what, but I'm no longer queued for a mission. The host has left the game. Okay. Well, in that case, I am going to quickly run to the bathroom. I was thinking about running to the bathroom. We got ads playing right now. I'm going to be gone for literally just the 50 seconds or a minute left. I'll see you guys real quick. Just hang tight. We'll jump back in when I get back. They can hear you. Can I flip the camera so they can see you? Nope, immediately wants to go. Okay, well, we tried to get a cat on stream. She doesn't want to be. We did our best. Unfortunately, it just wasn't there. Alright. That was the quick ad break. That was not a full ad break. I am aware. I just quickly, because the host left, decided to get back into... Or no, didn't decide to get back. We are now back in the game. Decided to quickly run to the bathroom. It was a quick break. I'm gonna be honest. I kind of just want to finish this, in which case if I go to an easier bug planet, it will be done. No. No. I know you like sitting there while I play this game, because it ends up being nice and warm from all the PC exhaust, but you gotta behave yourself. Can you behave yourself? Maybe.
The enemy has launched a surprise attack on one of our planets. It needs our aid.
Like, I could jump over here and just do the planet defense. It's another desert. So... it'd be very similar. We're currently winning this planet. No! No. No, 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 no. Your punishment is you have to come back on stream. Yep, you're back on stream. Hello. How does it feel? What's it like? I don't know why she doesn't like being on camera. She'll hang out in my lap for hours if I'm just, sitting at my desk. Second I go live. I'm 90% sure it has to do with the light. She doesn't like the bright light. But, like, it's not that bad. We'll jump over here for a little bit. Just to wrap things up.
Initiating.
This is either going to be 1, 2, or 3 missions. We'll see.
Joined squadron.
Oh, a handful of lower level players. Like, I'm going to be honest, I think I need to play more lower level bot planets in order to better make up for my lack of ability
Hellpod launch initiated.
on the bot side. Because I did several days where I would just sign in and play like 2-3 hours of like medium and challenging difficulty missions against the bugs, and I kind of refined my playstyle that way. And I didn't do a whole lot against the bots. So I think I need to do that against the bots. To try and learn how to better fight them and kind of refine my style.
And fear the shadow of neither death
Freedom
nor
requires
tyranny,
firepower.
but justice is your cause.
Requesting tac.
Alright, where are we going?
Enemy elite, northwest, 50 meters.
Found something.
Requesting orbital strike.
See, this is nice and relaxing. No stress here.
On tunnel breach.
Like, don't gotta hesitate or anything. You, sir, should be dead. I would appreciate it. Stamina is still going to be a premium. Oh, hello.
My leg.
Hey, buddy. You're not supposed to be here.
How about a nice cup of liver tea?
Well, do I just manually fight this guy? Or do I ignore him? Okay, they got him. We got all that.
Dropping a pin. South. 100 meters.
Alright, we'll go do that.
Found something.
This is fun.
Bag's empty.
Testing sentry.
I do see that charger. Not much I can do about it.
Found something.
Alright, well, we're just gonna have to ignore the charger. Also, I didn't bring the minefield with me, so... Bit of a silly, goofy move.
Stratagem available.
Requesting orbital.
Calling down objective equipment. Reloading.
Using a 120. Interesting choice.
Requesting sentry.
That's a bummer.
Calling down a sentry.
Fire in the hole. Dropping tech. Sweet liberty, my leg.
You see, I don't want to waste a laser on him, is the thing. Though, honestly, it kind of looks like I need to.
Requesting orbital.
Like, there's a lot of stuff here. Like, a genuinely lot of stuff.
Reloading.
That charge is almost done. Did he really just tank all that?
Requesting sentry.
Now he's dead. Okay. We're good. What was that? Bro just like stopped moving for a second, then randomly fell over.
Reinforcing.
Oh, we got the good extraction point. Let's go.
Joining the fray.
I do enjoy that.
Found something.
I can't resupply. I don't know why we're going after a bug nest, but sure. Let's go.
Mag's empty.
Tagging map, northwest, 300 meters.
I don't know, man. Look, I just work here, okay?
Calling down a sentry.
Rear section
Yeah, I have
fire.
no grenades. No useful stratagems.
Reloading.
Have a taste of democracy.
Found something.
So I'm just hoping this guy has enough grenades. You know? Like that's my hope right now.
Mag's empty.
Okay, got that one. Like, short of a rail cannon strike.
How about a nice cup
There
of
we go.
bitter tea?
I was gonna say, short of a rail cannon strike, I have nothing to take out that nest. So, I just kind of had to accept that I was gonna be useless. I got 18 seconds on a resupply, though.
To the sky.
Calling down a sentry.
Ugh. I'll be honest, not concerned about fighting that.
Orbital inbound.
Okay. I'm thinking here. And if my thinking is correct, I might as well just call down the resupply.
Requesting orbital. Calling down
Is that a shrieker nest?
Foothold, northeast.
Yes, it is.
Meters. Throwing supply beacon. Calling in orbital strike.
I got one of them.
Orbital inbound.
That'll help take care of the second one.
Calling down a sentry.
Oh, this is the other layout. This is the layout I like less. How did he get up there? I'm so confused. Oh, there's where I'm trying to look for.
Reinforcing.
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
I see the minor problem here is I used up both of my good stratagems trying to clear site initially, so I have very little to defend with.
Support weapon. Tap back inbound.
Sweet liberty. It's the Helldivers.
So I'm just kind of hoping for the best.
Throwing grenade. Yeah. Fire in the hole.
Not what I was trying to do. But you know, it worked at the end of the day.
Reloading. Calling down a sentry. Fog tunnel breach. Calling in reinforcements. Mag's empty.
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
For prosperity. Mag's empty. Ah! Reloading. Ah! Freedom forever. Requesting advanced weaponry.
I was hoping that would get stuck on him.
Freedom. Triumphs of activity 1. The extraction shuttle awaits you in the west.
Okay, we got him.
Last reload. fly! Out of ammo!
Yep. Yep.
Reinforcing!
I did not even realize he was dead. Alright, I got my final laser of the mission unlocked. Now we are running kind of back where we were, so this should be a fairly clear area.
Requesting advanced weaponry.
I'm concerned about getting too close to that, though. Like,
Bug hole, northeast, 100 meters.
oh. Yep, there it is. You cannot let them land on you once they're dead.
Requesting
Proceed to extraction when ready.
Scuba, no.
Requesting orbital!
bug outpost spot.
Please get close enough.
Engaging orbital laser.
It is walking in there. Perfect. Got one tree. Got two tree. It didn't get the third.
Calling in reinforcements!
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
Injury? What injury?
Requesting advanced weaponry.
Calling in a hell bomb.
Just stay moving. Just stay moving.
I got the terminal.
Tagging map. Southeast. 100 meters.
Hell bomb armed. Clear the area.
Okay. That'll take care of them.
You may proceed to extraction when ready.
Shriekers are done. Hey, I said you're done.
Reinforcing.
Okay, they got it. Every now and then my brain just turns off to, like, how to type arrow keys. And it becomes a huge problem.
Requesting orbital. Calling in a hell bomb.
Dude, get out of here. Making shit too bright.
Engaging terminal.
There we go.
Hell
Got
bomb
that.
armed. Clear the area.
Calling down a sentry.
Excellent. Okay, did they change the size of the radius for the hell bomb? Because I swear that should have gotten everything. Fine.
Calling in a hell bomb.
Hell bomb. Request approved. Deploying now.
I don't know what it is. Incredibly frustrating.
Calling down a sentry. I got the terminal.
Dropping package.
Hell bomb armed. Clear the area.
Extraction is available.
If that doesn't get it, I am going to be upset.
Package acquired.
There it is.
Dropping a pin. Southwest. Far.
Package.
Okay.
Package acquired. Dropping package.
Well, we made it this far.
Dropping package.
Mission at 20 minutes remaining.
Requesting advanced weaponry.
Still need one more, I believe. Yeah.
Package acquired. Dropping package. Package
Okay, fine.
acquired.
We're going around.
Calling in reinforcements.
Dropping package. Package acquired.
You got terminal? Okay.
Engaging terminal.
I'm just gonna run away. That is the easiest way to deal with those bugs as they're pulling up.
You may proceed to extraction when ready.
Dropping a pin. Northwest. 200 meters.
Going back for samples.
Calling down a sentry.
I'm going back for the samples.
Five tunnel breach.
I'm apparently going this direction to get to the samples.
Dropping a pin. Northeast. On my position.
That works.
Requesting tac pack.
I mean, it did work at getting away from them, so... You know? There it is.
Requesting
Taking
sentry.
map. West. 300 meters.
Okay.
Extraction shuttle inbound.
I now have 2 minutes to make this run. Alright, well. It's still off frame.
Collecting sentry.
ETA T-minus 1 minute 30 seconds.
Okay. We're almost there.
Requesting
This is a difficulty 5, so the map isn't exactly small.
Go inbound. Calling in reinforcements.
T-minus
Alright.
1 minute.
Now we run. I have a minute to go that far.
Calling down a sentry.
Which is actually a fairly considerable distance. I'm not gonna lie, that's a bit of a ways to run.
ETA T-minus 20 seconds.
It's still not even in the map.
ETA T-minus 10 seconds.
We're just about there, though.
This is Pelican 1. I have visual on the extraction zone.
Requesting orbital strike.
This is Pelican 1. Preparing for touchdown. Orbital strike.
Now, where is the samples? There they are.
Pelican 1 preparing to depart. Shuttle launch in 20 seconds.
I don't know what you're doing. He's about to get left. There it is. There we go.
Victory was never.
I went back for all those samples, and it probably wasn't even that many, but I did it. I went for one hell of a run. I went and got the samples. Don't say I don't do anything. I went full marathon mode. That was the first of 3. 22 samples extracted. Not bad. How many samples did I extract with, though? I went through all that effort.
Liberty is victorious.
14.
once more.
Very good. Worth it. Worth it in the end. Cannot complain.
Allied destroyer has left squadron.
All right.
Helldiver, glad to have you on board.
Okay. What am I at? 75. 75. Okay. Now, do I want to go for Big Whoop next? Or do I start working on some of the other... The head tap is kind of lame. The shotgun show, I also think is low-key lame. That one would be kind of cool, but it's also 262 medals away. Nah. 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 I'm thinking Big Whoop.
Ideals are alien to them, then they are aliens to us.
2 more. Okay, well, guess we're gonna find a different mission. We're gonna drop it down to a difficulty 4. We're gonna get the one achievement, the one dailies done, and then we will probably call it for the day. We're already at 2.5 hours.
The Galactic Board needs you.
Just drop down to challenging. Ooh.
Mission coordinates. Allied destroyer engaging orbital thrusters.
It's anti-personnel mine, right? I believe.
Orbit synchronized.
Do I even own the anti-personnel mine? I do.
Hellpod launch initiated.
I was like, I don't even know if I have it, to be honest, because I never use it. I don't know. I was just kind of doing things. Okay. Anytime, any second now, game. Go ahead. There it is. Oh, you're just dropping us straight on the objective.
Go now, and fear the shadow of neither death nor tyranny, but justice is your cause.
Requesting
I was
tap.
like, I need to figure out which way they run.
Support weapon
Allied
inbound.
destroyer joining squadron. Deploying Helldiver.
Calling down fortifications! Calling down fortifications!
Deploying minefield. Shutting down equipment
Back
package.
empty!
Oh, hi, Charger. Stand still. You did not stand still. He did not stand still. Got the daily order done, though. Thank you. Like, I hate to be that guy who, like, spams the spacebar, but also
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
kind of wanted to spam the spacebar there.
Reporting to the front. Calling down a support weapon. Orbital inbound.
Oh, don't die me. Don't. I burned myself to death. And then several explosions went off.
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
That's fine.
Ready to liberate.
Everything's fine.
Tagging location. Northeast.
Dear Lord.
Not today.
Okay. Can we stay alive for like 5 goddamn seconds? Yeah, 16 seconds. Still another minefield. Like, I'll try to help these guys get their daily done as well.
Requesting fortifications.
You know, like, I'm a nice guy. Not the button I was trying to push. Not the button I was trying to push. Just clear out a quick hole. There we go. See, now the civilians can get through, but they got defense all around them.
You have accomplished Liberty's will. Extracted your
Blood
discretion.
tunnel breach.
Apparently I threw that down when I should have waited.
Going in extraction.
Extraction shuttle inbound.
Requesting fortifications.
Alright. I got a minute 50 on my laser and a minute 46 to extraction, so don't think I'm going to be anything short of useful. But you know what I can do? Climb up on a rock.
ETA T-minus 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Have a taste of democracy.
Calling down a sentry.
ETA T-minus 1
See, we're just chilling up here. We're fine. Surely nothing bad could happen. See, this is nice. What the hell's that?
ETA T-minus 30 seconds.
Whatever.
Requesting orbital strike.
ETA T-minus 20 seconds.
Anyone else?
ETA T-minus 10 seconds.
Yeah, it looks like we're fine.
How about a nice cup of liver tea?
Pelican 1.
Hello, Pelican.
Pelican 1 preparing to depart. Shuttle launch in 20 seconds.
Good enough. Got the daily done.
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Ugh.
You maintained our way of life.
I'm pretty sure I got the daily done because when I hit escape, it no longer showed up. So I just kind of assumed that meant I got enough kills with it. Worst case scenario, I can just do it again. You know? We got one more mission on the operation, so I'll stick around for it. Maybe I try the eats this next mission. The expendable anti-tanks. Because I've been meaning to play around with using those more. I don't know.
Zero friendly fire engines? Is a sort of statistic.
There's the personal order complete. How much is Big Whoop? 50, and I got 18.
Mission coordinates locked.
Excellent stuff.
Engaging orbital thrusters.
Let's go.
Synchronized.
We're killing it. No. The escape pod comes last.
Allied destroyer has left squadron.
That's fine. We can run this with 3. That's a recoilless rifle. Expendable anti-tank rover. Got that dog in me.
Launch initiated.
Someone else might join us. I don't know. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Sorry, I was petting my cat. She's literally laying like behind where the heat and like exhaust of the PC goes, and she's just cooking in it, having the time of her life.
The fate of all humanity's children are in your hands. Do not let them
Calling down support weapon. Requesting tech back.
All right, you know that works. Oh, it's way up there.
Dropping a pin. Southwest. 200 meters.
Guess we're doing a little wrap around. I literally was right there, and then I went all the way around this rock, and now we're going that way. All right. Way to go, Cheese. Great sense of direction you got there.
Calling down support weapon.
Bum, 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 bum.
I'm out.
Oh, good, stalkers. That's what I wanted to see.
I'm out. Orbital inbound.
All right, great. Stalkers.
Bug outpost spotted. Prepare to exterminate.
All right. Y'all want to like grab a launch codes or?
Sample collected.
I mean, it was that easy.
Bugs west.
Alright, let's go chase down where the stalkers are coming from.
Injury? What injury? They're going in orbital strike.
Enemy tactical asset within threat range.
Oh, it is there. Okay, well,
Activating jump pack.
in that case, we pretty much got it taken care of.
Out of ammo! Freedom never sleeps! Out of ammo!
Okay, no more stalkers.
Got a sample!
No more will spawn, at least.
Tagging map. Northwest. 100 meters. Requesting advanced weaponry!
Sending down.
That got a funky bounce as well.
Supplies. East.
Reloading! Requesting orbital.
Firing orbital laser.
Bug outpost spotted. Sample collected. I'm out. Ah! My life for ah! Ah!
Alright. Well, there's one hole left.
Rare sample acquired. Fire in the hole!
Got it.
Dropping a pin. Northwest.
Supplies.
Far.
Southwest.
Reloading.
Okay. We're doing good enough. I'm content with this.
Found something.
Okay. I was just kind of sizing up and lining up the mountains and figuring out which way I had to go there. Looks like it won't be too bad. And as long as I can avoid having to fight anything, I should be golden. Go that way, now I go this way. I'm gonna hook back north, overshoot the nuke, which is kind of straight ahead.
Southeast. 100 meters. Bugs.
Found something.
We're just about there. Okay, they got a bug breach called.
Prepare to exterminate.
I got a bug breach called on me.
Bug tunnel breach. Throwing supply beacon. Max empty.
Alright, got all that done. And I intentionally stayed just far enough away that these guys would not get aggroed.
Bug outpost spotted. Prepare to exterminate. Calling in orbital strike. Calling down a support weapon. Max empty.
Of course.
Dropping a pin, northwest, 300 meters.
Alright, just keep working our way through them. I'm out of grenades.
Mission at 30 minutes remaining.
Say hello to democracy.
Excellent stuff. Exactly what I wanted.
Max empty. Max empty.
Marking location. Never mind. Heavy, northwest.
Alright, well. That did not go according to plan.
Reinforcing.
Like, at all.
Requesting orbital strike.
It's on the way.
Joining the fray. Tagging maps. North. 300 meters.
So, I'm just gonna run straight back.
Rear stance required. Activating jump pack.
Because I want to redo. Especially because I have my laser now. Kind of had to live without it there. Which was a bit of an oversight on my part. Luckily now,
Requesting fortifications.
it shouldn't be nearly as bad. We already got some of it done.
Requesting orbital.
Let's get up to the edge.
Orbital inbound. I'm out.
Yep, we'll just do that.
Calling in orbital strike.
Requesting advanced weaponry.
Call another one down.
I'm out.
Reinforcing.
That. Get that. Oh, I missed. What a bummer.
Throwing grenade.
Either way, either way, either way, either way. Don't worry, don't worry. We got grenades this time.
Sending in an eagle. Orbital inbound.
How about a nice cup of liberty?
Requesting air support.
Alright, we got one grenade left.
Have a taste of democracy.
It looks like 3 holes. Okay. Sammy, congrats on getting first. I will get your hydrate and posture check. I can do the posture check right now. But the hydrate, it's gonna take a second. I'm a bit busy. I'm trying to stay alive. I'm sure you can understand.
Calling down a support weapon.
This is what needs to happen. Just give me survive first. Yes. I've just about survived.
I'm out.
That should be the last hole over there. And then I think I managed to clear this entire area on my own. Unfortunately, these guys are in my way. Let me through.
I'm out.
There it is. Okay, we did it. Let's get to a safe spot, and then I can hydrate. Give me a second. I also should probably go help those guys. I'll be honest. Haven't been. Nothing's close to me. I can drink. I can drink. We're good. Thank you for the hydrate. There we go. But how are you doing today, Sammy? Are you enjoying yourself? Are we having fun? Has there been enough chaos in your life?
Southwest, 100 meters.
Just got home from work. Excellent. How did work go? Was it an enjoyable day at work or not so much? Plenty of chaos at work. Okay. That's not necessarily a bad thing.
Engaging terminal.
Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Okay, okay, we go. I was running the register and gas pumps today. Okay.
Helldivers never die.
That's not too bad. I slept most of the day and got very little done.
I'm on it.
So many people want to get it. I'm not really surprised, to be honest.
I got the terminal. Requesting advanced weaponry.
That tends to be what I get from a gas station. If I'm being completely honest here.
One light for Super Earth. Calling down supplies.
I think he was about to do that as well. Alright. One guy even tried to remove the bag from the broken pump so he could use it. Surely that would work, right?
Reinforcing. I'm out. Out of ammo.
Like surely that was a game-winning strategy.
Joining the fray. New mag. To the sky. I'm out.
Alright.
Engaging terminal.
Luckily, there's a lot less chaos today, because we're not playing nearly as high as of a difficulty. Yeah, that did it.
Reloading.
See, we're doing just fine. This is going swimmingly. Spectacularly, even.
New mag.
Just about there.
I got the terminal.
Launch. Run away. now I'm gonna stand here because it always goes this direction. See, look at her go. Look at her go! Get the arms up. What great freedom. Now, who wants to tussle? Yes, now we go over
Tagging
here.
map. Northeast. Far.
However, unlike the other two, I am going to avoid conflict. It's not worth shooting everything. They just get mad at you. I lurk while eat. Absolutely enjoy your lurk.
Orbital inbound. Mag's empty.
Bug tunnel breach!
Mission at 20 minutes remaining.
I'm just gonna
Throwing
yeet.
grenade.
Now, let's just kind of waltz up here, grab some loot. What do we win? What do we win? Useless. That is actually the least useful thing for me to collect. I am at the in-game max requisition slips. I was hoping for like some super samples or maybe something a little bit cooler.
Extraction when ready.
Well,
Mag's empty. Reload. Say hello to democracy. Found something.
alright. Requisition slips are useless. Rare sample is kind of nice, though. Oh, that looks like a bug hole.
Bug outpost.
I'll take care of it. Not sure who got the bug breach called on them, but I'm just going to keep running. It's probably fine.
Requesting sentry. Calling in orbital strike. Requesting orbital. Requesting orbital strike.
Orbital strike incoming.
Yeah, bud, you're dead.
Tactical asset near your position.
Calling in reinforcements.
Okay.
You may proceed to extraction when ready.
Engaging terminal.
Alright. There we go. Got that.
Requesting advanced weaponry.
Now I'm just going to go run after the pod.
Rare sample acquired.
Because I can defend 2 points at once, probably.
Calling down a support weapon.
Where's the fun in that? It's always fun. It is the most fun. That said, they're stuck waiting for... Okay, the antenna is up now. I was going to say, they're stuck waiting for that antenna to go up, so I'm just going to head over here. Wait for it.
The tunnel breach!
Got it.
Calling in reinforcements.
Let's see. What do we got? How's it going over here? You guys need some help?
Bag's empty. Reloading. We'll never destroy our way of life. I'm out. You man. Activating jump.
This is going well.
Mission map updated. Extraction is available.
Dropping a pin. Southeast. 100.
Don't burn to death. Don't be an idiot. You getting your samples? Looks like it.
We got equipment.
Requesting advanced weaponry. Reloading. Calling down fortifications.
Give it a second. Give it a second.
I'm out.
Not my best shot. Don't worry, I got him.
Reloading.
Okay.
Rare sample acquired.
Well. That's looking like job done.
Tagging map. West. 100 meters.
That's looking like job done. There's nothing left. Let's go. Off to adventure now.
Fog tunnel breach.
The eats are a bit funky to get used to constantly having to call them down, I'll be honest.
Got a sample.
That said, they have an incredibly short cooldown.
Calling in extraction.
So, it's not that bad.
Action shuttle inbound.
Calling down a sentry. Calling
Like, I
down
might as well just
support
throw this
weapon.
down, whether or not I need it.
Bag's empty.
Because I'm going to be staying in the same spot,
Reinforcing.
you know?
Loading the flag. Eat this.
Well, might as well throw that out.
Firing orbital laser.
Oh, one of them grabbed it.
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
Still got 30 seconds left. Then I can call down another one. I love how the fire tornadoes just get all up in our business during extract. It's great. I love it so much. I don't know how you got up there, dude. Oh, you have a jump pack. Never mind.
20 seconds.
Requesting advanced weaponry.
ETA T-minus 10 seconds. Clear landing zone.
I'm out.
This is Pelican 1. I have visual on the extraction zone.
There we go. See? Got to use them all.
Sequence initiated. Watch where you're standing.
That was nice. That was good. Quick little mission. Launch a nuke.
Requesting orbital strike.
Pelican 1 preparing to depart. Shuttle launch.
Yeah, we're just
20
getting on.
seconds. Extraction
We're getting
complete.
out of here.
Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Whew. Let's go. That was good. That was good. That was good. I enjoyed that. Nice little mission. Nice and easy. Got to play around with the expendable anti-tanks a bit. I need a little bit more practice at getting used to calling them in constantly. But other than that, not bad. They work quite well against the Chargers. I want to get a little better with the aim to be able to use them against the Bile Titans. Because realistically, you don't really want to be taking the railgun with you, so I need to get more competent with a weapon that doesn't require a backpack, like the recoilless rifle or the autocannon. That way I can still carry the rover with me. So expendable anti-tank might be the way to go. I don't know, I'll play around with it more. That's a lot of off-stream stuff of just doing like lower difficulty missions and just constantly changing what you're playing with and like just seeing what feels comfortable and natural. Like, we don't need to do that on stream. We don't need to worry about it. I was popping off though.
All these samples will help fund upgrades.
Return to ship. Scuba, what are you doing? Thank you, sweetheart. Okay. I believe I can reduce cooldown times on stratagems. Which would make the anti-tank a little bit faster to get. Is it in here? No. Yes. Purchase. Excellent. So now I need that. Oh, that only needs 5. So I need 5, 15, 25, 35. And I currently have 9. So that's what, 26? I need 26 more super samples. And a buttload of rare samples. Either way, we're doing good. We're well on our way to having everything unlocked. We got everything on here unlocked, but like 14 out of 18, those last 4. Which, oh no. This one's going to be fairly quick to get to. Not that I inherently need it, but it'd be nice to have. This one is what I wanted to go for next. Power steering. Better controls of the Hellpod. These, Like, I'm going to get them, but like, meh, you know? Power steering would be good, and then hand carts. Either way. It's going to take a while to get to, you know, 60 or 80 rare samples, plus I got to get at least one more super sample. So, that's all stuff that's going to happen another day, another time. We got to help out on the warfront over in the automatons. We came back to the bugs just to get the daily mission done. But we helped out with the planet defense, so it's not like I wasn't doing anything. 53%. We are making progress, and then we got to get truced, which is way back here. Vandal on 4 is also going to have to be contested. These two have been fighting non-stop as well. Either way, we helped out with the automatons. We got the daily mission done. Helped out with the planet defense over on the bugs. It was a good productive day. And we are going to be just shy of 100 hours in game. We will hit it tomorrow. That is almost guaranteed. Because I am at, wait for it to update, 96.6 hours. So I need 3.4 hours. So if I play a little bit longer than I did today, I'll hit 100 hours tomorrow. Either way, I will see about having other people to play with tomorrow. I don't know for sure. Obviously, I got to figure that out. But like I said, some days I'm fine playing like with randoms, but I like to, you know, also get the homies in here, get other friends and stuff. So I believe tomorrow I could potentially have someone or someone's. So maybe tomorrow I can get Wuna in. We will see. Either way, thank you to those who are hanging out. Thank you for those who have been hanging out. Thank you for those who stopped by at some point today. I don't know off the top of my head where we're going to go. I got a handful of people live. I had half a thought to go to one person. We could do it. I don't see why not. You guys want to go see Red Dead? When was the last time I rated them? It's been a little bit. I know that. Yeah, they're not even... Oh, no, they are. 11-14. Yeah, we're going to go there. You guys are going to go get to see some Red Dead Redemption with Croft Cosplays, if you happen to know them. Lovely streamer. If the name does not give it away, they do cosplay every single stream. They are currently doing a Sadie Adler cosplay for Red Dead Redemption. We're going to start up this raid. You're going to get to go see them. Like I said, tomorrow we're going to be doing more Helldivers. I might have friends to play with. If not, I will be here alone, as I was today. If you do not follow me on any of my social media accounts and you would like to, and I can spell, you can go ahead and click one or any of those links. Feel free to pick and choose. If there was one link I highly recommend you click, it is the one for the Discord. That is where all of my news, all of my announcements, all of my updates, as well as some Discord exclusive content can be found. It's also where I hang out, where I'm also working on planning and coordinating for who's going to be playing Helldivers with me. So if you do want to jump in with some Helldivers, make sure you jump into that Discord as well. Other than that, like I said, we're going to continue tomorrow. I'm going to try to get some friends to play. I got tentative maybes for tomorrow, so I'm going to try to nail those down and make sure we're ready to go. Other than that, the only thing left to do is ask if you would like to support me in this raid, and you are not subscribed, you can go ahead and copy that raid message right there. And if you are subscribed and you would like to support me in this raid, you can go ahead and use this raid message, which includes my own emotes, which I will copy and paste down for you to be able to see, and to make sure I actually bothered to copy and paste it. Either way, I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.